Sometimes songs just perform better when you add the random Did you know that? Are you ever in your car, Valdez, when you're driving and then you hear a part in a song where there's just a little break and you like ad lib it or add in like emphasize it?
Either an or a yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, all the time. You know, that is Valdez. Drop it for Valdez.
I'm Valdez.
Yes, in a little bit, we're going to have Slobby Robby in studio. Generation Cool celebrating the 11th year anniversary on Saturday, so he's going to give us a rundown on that. Plus, we have a lot of things to cover, including giving away tickets for AWOLNATION this hour. All you got to do is out 90s trivia Slobby Robby. Yes,
good luck with that.
So much more. We're recapping the entire week on the podcast broadcast when we go live, which will start early around 8:45 this morning. So make sure you're already subscribed to youtube.com/bevegan. Be a part of the crew because we're having a good time this year for sure. But before we get into all that and FML emails, we have an FML news story that Valdez wants to share with us. So Valdez, what's our FML news story for this Friday morning?
It has to do with doo-doo, but I feel like it's classy because it's from England.
Okay. We got a theme going on this. A lot of UK stuff happening this morning, but classy UK doo-doo. Explain.
So, an amateur gymnast who is a student at the Bristol College, which is obviously a town in England, she was on a Tinder date with a guy. They're Netflixing and chill. She got a grumbly in her tumbly. She excused herself. She went to use the latrine, and it wouldn't flush. So she panicked and like wrapped it like a little mummy in some toilet paper and threw it out the window. But it was this double pane window that doesn't open. So the doo-doo fell between the two panes, these two windows.
Oh, no.
And she's trying to get it out and she can't. So then she fesses up to the guy. She's like, hey, she tells him the whole story. And he's like, well, you're an amateur gymnast. What if I give you a boost and then you could climb between the windows and grab the doo-doo? She's like, sounds like a plan.
Oh, no.
Well, they do it. Teamwork makes the dream work, but she got stuck. So he's like, what do I do? And he calls the fire department. Fire department fishes her and the doo-doo out safely.
Oh, no. That is worst case, worst date ever. And kudos to this guy for, not embarrassing her so much as trying to help her out in this scenario. I just would have shut that window forever and be like, that's just going to be petrified, mummified doo-doo between those two little window panes.
Like a museum exhibit. They're like, this is our first date.
Yeah. Okay. In this scenario, if this girl was doing this to you, would the date immediately be over or would you help her up and then be in the same scenario as this man?
It kind of happened to me because I was dating this girl and then after we did the deed, she went and clogged my toilet.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, well, this is just life. And I felt like, remember Woody Harrelson from Kingpin where she's like, you jarred something loose, tiger?
Yeah.
I was like, this is my life now. I was like, I give this a month and then we're done.
You're insane. But that's good. Yeah, I would be the same where like, I must have did something right, huh? Oh, my God.
We're a classy show. Welcome 2025.
For sure. There's your FML news story of the day. Slobby Robby and your FMLs all coming up next. Here's Incubus with Drive of Rock 2.1 KFMA. It's rock. My God.
Sometimes I feel the fear of...
And the other one.
All right, we're back here on the podcast broadcast. 9 o'clock on the dot. Keep those comments coming in. Good morning. Jeff, Francisco, Lindsay, Lisa, Mandy, or Mans. Let's see. Everyone who's dropping those comments in there. Christy, good morning. Carlos, good morning. And, we got Slobby, of course, right here, front and center. It's Generation Cool's 11th anniversary happening this Saturday. He's going to have all different types of little giveaways, too, right? What did I see? First 50 people coming in get, like, a pre-roll?
Correct. Yeah. The first 50 people to spend $11 for our 11th anniversary get a pre-roll from Barrio Cannabis.
Nice.
It's a collaboration between Generation Cool and Barrio, and it's Cherry Slushy, our own micro strain.
Oh, what do you mean your own micro strain? So what did you do to help create this?
Oh, you know what I did? I smoked a bunch of different types just to test.
Yes.
So I was the test.
Someone had to be the guinea pig.
Dummy, yes.
Yes.
So
There we go.
that's what I did.
Yeah.
I also came up with the idea and the name, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Mario does all the hard work and all the science and all the amazing growing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give all the credit to them on this one, except for my idea to just change the name.
Yeah.
So it sounded like our theme is 7-Eleven this year for our 11th anniversary.
Yeah. And the cherry slushy.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Does it taste a little, and see, that's what I had to mention on the stream because I couldn't mention the weed part on the air, but
Sure.
and we'll mention all the other non-weed stuff that you got going on here on the air, but does it taste a little bit like cherry?
Absolutely. So I do apologize. I feel bad. I forget the the other strain besides slushy that he went with, but he made sure to give it a taste of cherry and fruitiness for us.
It's so amazing the science behind it.
I thought it was going to be more difficult than it was, but luckily for us, they were already crossbreeding slushy with a fruity strain, so it worked out, and harvest came just in time.
That's so crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Again, the science behind growing weed now is so mind blowing and impressive. They're almost making it to the point where it's going to be like a Willy Wonka type thing, where like you get 7 courses. Be like, first hit, it tastes like pot roast. Oh.
Well, at one point they'll be able to sell kits.
Yeah.
The way you can get a home screen printing kit or something.
Yeah.
Like
create your own hybrids at home.
Revolutionized, industry.
Damn, nice. Yeah, so you're working with them in collaboration. What else you got going on for the big 11th anniversary?
Oh, man. So we have DJs. We have Mother Tierra, and I have DJ Nugget, who's coming out from L.A., escaping the bad air out there. Yeah, and she's come in, and she DJ'd at our 10-year anniversary last year. She's awesome. So we have 2 DJs all day from 12 to 6.
Nice.
We have an $11 rack, and again, for the 11th anniversary, this is all stuff that's not a bunch of $10, $15 shirts. This is $30, $40 shirts, all put down on the $11 rack.
Nice.
$11 off any other item, $15 or more. So a bunch of cool 11 stuff,
Damn.
And maybe I will smoke 11 joints.
Nice, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure you will. Will there be any 9/11 swag, or do they not? They don't have that.
We are not allowed to sell, according to eBay and Facebook, we're not allowed to sell 9/11 swag. But our theme this year is 7/11.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so just, take it easy, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Say like that, depressing.
I've been in enough 9/11 trouble on Facebook to know not to mention that on the YT.
Yeah, would I just end up shadow banning us on YouTube? Oh, my bad.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you what.
Join the club.
How about we do this? Silver lining, you did mention the LA fires. Obviously there's horrific stories coming out of Los Angeles. Those fires, there's numerous fires that are popping up all over the place. The amount of damage right now, the tally is like 57 billion and growing, unfortunately. But there are silver linings on this, and I want to show a couple cool things that they've been doing to counteract the fires, and very impressive video coming out of Los Angeles. This first one is one of these helicopters dumping water, right? Kudos to this pilot, because what he was able to do, it was one shot. See all that fire that's happening? This happened live on the news, and this is one of the coolest things that you're going to see today, I promise.
Here, they have, the LA County Firehawks have these pre-positioned pods of water that they've set up in the area. I remember our colleague Phil Schumann did a story on this a few years ago, which is kind of wild, where they're able to just fly in, basically have these tanks ready to go, and it gets them water close because they know that an area like this, and look at that drop there. Woo, that was beautiful. Look how
It's
effective
all
that is. So that's
out,
the difference,
dude.
right? They
Like
didn't
a
have that
Marine
couple
sniper.
days
Look
ago
at
in the
that.
Pacific.
One
Gets
shot,
them
again,
water close
like the
because
way
they
that
know
this
an
came
area
in.
like this, and look at that drop there. Woo,
Got
that
the
was
entire thread just
Like, look
stopped
how
it dead in
effective
its
that
tracks.
is. So
So
that's the difference.
they're
They
out
didn't
there.
have that a
Yes,
couple
and
days ago in
everyone that
Pacific
owns those homes right
Palisades.
there
Hopefully
are
that
super
stopped.
grateful for what happened, and I'm hoping that those homes are still up and running like millionaire homes. In fact, actually, we did a screen. We paused it here, and I'm looking at this house. If you could see my cursor, can you see my little cursor? Okay, this house right here, and the front door. It's reminiscent. It reminds me of that. Remember when Justin Timberlake was on Punk'd and he was stoned, and they said they were repossessing his house? I'm like, this looks like that house.
Oh,
What
he
if
was
this was
stressed.
yes?
He was pulling his hair out.
He was crying and everything.
Yeah, so that looks like that was the old Justin Timberlake house there, and I'm sure honestly these are all like multi-million-dollar
the
mansions.
historic Timberlake house.
Another cool thing that I'll show real quick, and again, silver linings for the tragedy that's happening and still developing out in Los Angeles. These planes here, that they call them like scoopers. What do they call these? Look at this. They've been flying down, scooping up water from the ocean, right, without breaking stride, and then flying up and just dumping that seawater onto the fires.
There we go. Now we're using our heads.
Yes. Now, obviously, if people are like, hey, you're right by the ocean. Well, you got all the water in the world. What's the fucking problem? But it's a little more complicated than that. I believe these are from our neighbors to the north. Flew them down to help aid in the Los Angeles fire.
You mean the Orange County?
No,
you meant Canada.
Yeah, Canadians. But some silver linings, some positive stuff.
That's
there.
amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to both those pilots right there.
Oh, yeah. Just imagine that's your job. And if you mess up, it could be catastrophic. They're called super scoopers.
Cool.
Amphibious super scooper airplanes from Quebec, actually.
Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec. And so, they're picking up the seawater in Santa Monica Bay, dropping it directly onto the Palisades fire, which I'm sure, probably have some sea life in there too, though. Got some delicious fish fries happening as well. So, again, I'm just trying to go silver lining. What's the positive that we get on all these? No.
Shout out. No. Big credit to everybody helping right there. And that dude dropping the water in that accurate straight line is legendary.
Yeah. He's like, I bet you he was like, Kobe, and just nailed it.
Yeah.
Because every single
he didn't
part.
crash, dude.
No. Whoa. But
I didn't.
Okay.
I
Well,
wouldn't
I meant like
say-
the shooting going
Let's
in.
just say Iverson.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Who's accurate?
Steph Curry.
Curry.
Okay.
Step back.
But yeah, not a single flame. And that entire, and that was huge. But
That's super impressive.
yeah, honestly, an all-star move right there. And I hope it goes super viral. But I have that on my Twitter page if you want to see it again. And I hope when he got back to the station, they were high-fiving him, being like, look at you, man. Like, that's how it's done. All right, we're going to get on the air here in about a minute 45. So DJs, everything. What time does Generation Cool open up on Saturday?
We're open 12 to 6.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. You're not going to go 7 hours or 11 hours on your 11th anniversary?
How about this? How about we go 11 hours counting our live stream on Whatnot?
Okay,
Yep,
yeah,
there
so you're
you
doing
go.
a live
Check
stream.
us out on the Whatnot app. We love it. We were on last night for 3 hours, and it was amazing.
Oh, wow.
Nice. And you're basically doing like QVC style entertainment and selling a bunch of products on Whatnot, right?
Starting t-shirts at $1, $3, $10, depending, but really good prices to start.
Do you have any fat guy sizes?
Always.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Always.
Like a
man.
3X, 4X?
Of course. I got a
All
whole
right.
3X section, my dude.
Got all the X's, yeah. What's the largest amount of X's that you have on on the floor, Generation Cool?
Oh, man.
Is 5X the biggest it goes?
Right before I shot the show, man, a bunch of those X's were roaming around.
Yeah.
I remember having a party and my employee texted me. I was late to one of our own events.
Yeah.
And my employee texted me and she goes, "All your thoughts are here and no one else showed up yet and everyone's super uncomfortable and they're all looking at each other." And I was like, I'll be right there. Put on some really loud rap music and start giving people alcohol and I'll be right there.
That's too funny. It's super awkward.
So in all your 11 years, what's been like the top 3 rarest things that have come across your store?
Oh, wow. I would say one of the rarest things, in a way that we've ever had it. If you're familiar with Masters of the Universe, of course, He-Man,
Yes.
he would ride Battle Cat, which was his big.
Yes.
And we had, I don't know if you remember this, there's a toddler sort of ride where you ride Battle Cat and it's on springs.
No,
never-
way.
I
They
never
were
heard
really
of them.
rare. Yeah, they were at grocery stores. Sometimes schools had them. And we had the Battle Cat ride.
No
And we sold
way.
that one to Pawn Stars on camera.
Wow.
I had a rare Mayor McCheese plaque from the 1970s that would have been inside of McDonald's. Also sold that to Pawn Stars.
Nice.
So this is we're live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Slobby Robby from Generation Cool. Valdez just asked him the top 3 rarest things he came across at Generation Cool. These 2 items sold to Pawn Stars.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that Battle Cat, I grew up with He-Man, right? So I never knew that they had one of those. It's where you put a quarter in it and
it's
you get on and ride.
Yeah, except it was more of a rudimentary sort of mechanical one where it was just made of springs, so you just climbed on it, more like playground equipment.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
like
oh,
they had at
yes.
McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the
we've
mirror-
had those too. We've had the fish fillet where you sit on it on a spring.
Yes.
And we whip back and forth. And people would come in the street fair a little inebriated, start riding that fish fillet.
Hell
These
yeah.
girls are whipping back and forth, and I'd be like, "Ma'am, this is Generation Cool."
Yeah, and those things can murder somebody too. Those things are like vicious. Where you go all the way back.
You've snapped it at your buddy or your sister. You could have knocked all their teeth out with a fish fillet.
Yeah. And then you said you also sold the Mayor McCheese plaque to Pawn Stars. How much did you get money? How much money did you get for that?
I believe in real life, we made that deal. So sometimes, it's
They inflated
TV.
for TV, yeah.
But at the same time, I'll be real. Every single time I brought something fancy. And Pawn Stars legitimately bought it off me in real life.
Nice.
So I think I got $450. I'd have to watch the episode. I think I got $400 or $450. Originally bought it for $50.
Nice,
So,
yeah.
And I'll be honest, they flew me to Vegas. I got I had a per diem, and let's just say I had a lot of fun, and I was alone.
Yeah.
I at one point went back to my hotel room and pretended to go to bed. Called my loved ones and went back out.
Did you get super lucky in Vegas during that run too? Because you have the per diem, so basically you have free money
Yes.
that you're not afraid to lose, and that's usually the mentality you need to have to get lucky in a casino. So.
Well, I always lose it. Just over summer, I did Virgin Casinos, which is amazing. The Virgin Casino, just off the strip. A Wu-Tang Clan performs there.
Yeah.
They have Wu-Tang Poker and Wu-Tang Blackjack.
What?
I played Wu-Tang Blackjack with house money.
Yeah.
Virgin Airlines gave me an ungodly credit for
Nice.
the weekend. I didn't leave. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go to the strip once.
Why would you?
Well, exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm using my credit, and can I use it on gambling? They said, sure. And I said, well, let's do that. First day, I said, let's go ahead and give me some of those Wu-Tang poker chips right there,
Yeah.
So they opened up the Wu-Tang blackjack table for me. I was up about, 250, 260.
Yeah.
With house money.
Yeah.
Great time to walk away.
Right.
Didn't.
Yeah.
Right? And walked away with nothing, but I had a blast. So whenever there's house money, I treat it as such.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know if this is true, but I've been told Wu-Tang Clan is nothing to F with. Is that true?
That is factual, actually.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the video where Steve-O from Jackass found out.
Yes.
But
he
I
effed
think
around.
sometimes you F around and find out. And out of all of the Wu, I don't think I would mess with Ray and Ghost. So he kind of got his lunch served to him on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that went viral.
all I'll
Steve
say
addressed it a
about
couple
that.
times. Okay, so that was 2 out of the 3 items. So Valdez said, "What are the top 3 items that came across your desk at Generation Cool?" So what's the third one, Slobby?
Ooh, wow. Well, we still own it, and it's amazing. Everyone from Tucson will appreciate this the most. The original Tucson Toros dugout sign that went above the dugout at High Corbett Field. And I'm a huge Toros fan. I'm trying to put a group together to bring the Toros back, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Anyone out there, reach out. Let's go. And I think if we can get the right team together, it's doable.
Yeah,
but
we have the baseball stadiums. Come on, man.
Yeah, and we'll go back to High Corbett. They got a liquor license. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And to be honest, the Toros are a big part of my heart and my childhood. So to own a historic Tucson Toros things, which we do, many of them.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff from the U of A Stadium, but that Toros dugout sign is a gem to me, and I will own it forever, probably.
So there isn't a price that somebody could offer you to get that off of your hands?
I've had people offer me, I think $2,000 for it. That's probably not enough. But again, if we bring back the Toros, it's priceless, right?
Yeah.
It should be back at High Corbett Field where it originally came from and where it belongs.
Yeah.
So much history behind that sign.
I love it. Yeah, we're keeping the conversation moving on a podcast broadcast. Coming back right after Falling in Reverse Bad Guy with this 90s act that is having a resurgence of popularity. Recently announced the Bonnaroo, and nobody would have saw it coming. We'll talk about that right after the new music from Falling in Reverse on Rock 102.1 KFMA.
So has that elusive Big Mac hat ever come across your store?
I have one.
Do you really?
Do you
Big
mean
Mac
the hat
hat?
where the burger's a hat and it's
Dude,
brown?
yeah, the 80s
So
hat.
I have one.
Oh, no way.
There's 2. There's an 80s and a 70s. And
No,
I have
you
this-
have both?
Yeah, I have. Well, no, I don't have both. I have the 70s one that's like a painter hat where it's flat on top and it's like a flat burger.
Yeah.
Then there's the 80s one where it's a full ball cap.
That's the cool one.
Yeah,
the 80s
that's the
one.
rare,
That's
a
one I
little
grew
more
up looking.
expensive. So that's like a $150 one. Mine usually runs like 60 to 80. The one I have. Yeah, I want both. So
I had
I'm
to
on the
think
lookout
back then
for the
it was like
80s.
99 cents. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was part of the rollout of the 99-cent Big Mac was those hats.
Damn.
I'm going to pull up.
So much nostalgia.
So much nostalgia. Speaking of which, I'm going to try to pull up that Steve-O clip that you're talking about because, he came.
Oh, bro, come on. The Woo comes from 1%ers. The Woo comes from, let's just say some organized groups in New York. They have roots. The FBI has files on Wu-Tang. So I wouldn't,
Yeah, no, he got punked out hard.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yes, absolutely. I forgot exactly what he tried to rap.
No, dude.
Oh, no, he
came
stuck
out
something in his
naked.
ass. Yeah.
No, dude, he came out naked
Do it back.
during he came out naked during the tribute to ODB passing away while ODB's mom was on stage.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, the most disrespectful thing you could do, probably, period.
He did get the okay, I think, from one of the members. Like
Well, no,
Method
it wasn't
or-
that it was okay. I believe the story goes that Method Man and Redman dared him.
Yeah.
Which sounds about right. They're the pranksters of the group for sure, historically.
Yeah.
But I don't care. What, you dare me, pay me? You couldn't pay me enough money to do that.
Yeah, I think Raekwon was it. Was it Raekwon? that
Raekwon's
punked
the one
him?
who got him.
Yeah.
And he was gonna punch him in the face in front of a very large crowd. And would have
made him apologize, so he had to stick his while he's naked and apologize. And of course, he was inebriated. Is one of the reasons why he said he was hitting rock bottom and got sober. But yeah, I do remember that story in the video and stuff. It's
resurfaced a lot over the last few years. But
hell yes.
I wouldn't play.
No.
I wouldn't play with Ray.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you're wearing a Wu-Tang beanie. So
Wu-Tang Clan, my favorite music group of all time.
There you go.
Boom.
Really? So, then 36 Chambers, your favorite album?
No, I'm Wu-Tang forever.
Really?
So I enjoy the deeper sort of sections of the catalog. I love, of course, 36 Chambers, but I like some of the more cinematic albums, such as Wu-Tang Forever, Liquid Swords, and the first Bobby Digital album. I like some of the stuff that explores a little bit deeper with the Wu.
Okay, well, that's a very hipster answer. That's a real fan answer, too. So you're
Hey,
like...
bro, I'm from downtown Tucson, bro. Hipster is my middle name.
That's right. We got Slobby Robby in studio, Generation Cool, celebrating 11th year anniversary. Do you get a lot of old school ICP merch across your desk? Is that selling more?
It's funny that you ask that. We got a big load of it about 2 or 3 months ago. Amazing old ICP stuff, baseball jerseys, concert tees. We were contacted. We listed them on eBay. We were contacted by the local authorities, the sheriff's department
Really?
of Pima County, that they had all been stolen. Someone's ICP collection had been stolen. And they came and did an investigation but somehow between when they came and when the stuff hit eBay, a bunch of it went missing. It was so weird.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
at the same time, how do I know it's the same jerseys,
Yeah.
And no, we love ICP. They've come in the shop themselves the
Yeah.
last 3 times they played at the Rialto. Really nice guys, actually.
Yeah.
Very, very cool guys. I know they're kind of broken up right now, but I'm
They're
friends.
not, though. They're back
cool
together.
again?
Yeah, and that's the thing. So
Cool.
everything
It's a
that
posse. I
was
mean-
once cool, right, that turns uncool, gets cool again. And, of course, the early aughts of, and the rap rock, the new metal has, had a resurgence. Of course, Limp Bizkit's
sure.
cashing in. Creed is making more money than they've ever made in. And now it's, it was so cool to make fun of people who liked ICP for a good 20 years. So you knew
Right.
that the tide would turn eventually. ICP was announced as the latest one of the performers of this year's Bonnaroo festival. So ICP went from just doing their own little festivals to now being back into the Cool Kids
Right.
Club, so to speak,
Yeah.
and are now going to be at this year's Bonnaroo, which is only the beginning. I wouldn't be surprised if I see them on other major festivals as well. But that's a pretty massive news for ICP fans. And
Following in the steps of Limp Bizkit.
yep. Absolutely. What day are they on? Because you're talking this year's Bonnaroo. It covers pretty much everything.
I've saw a bunch of good announcements about Bonnaroo artists.
Yeah, well, Bonnaroo is one of the mega festivals that still do it right and are still somehow making money.
That's in Tennessee, yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee.
cool.
Hey, that's a bucket list thing for me. I've always wanted to go to Bonnaroo, June 12th through the 15th. I hear it's fantastic. First night's headlined by Luke Combs and Dom Dalla. This covers everything as far as different styles of music. As far as ICP is concerned, which day and where are they?
They're there on Thursday, the first one.
Okay, they're on the first, yeah, and they're on the second line. So they're kind of like co-headliners of sorts. Insane Clown Posse. Making the jump from the underground juggalos to the mainstream, sharing a stage with Luke effing Combs, dude. That's huge for all the juggalos out there. So I just imagine that any ICP merch that you're getting across your desk there, Slobby, is probably going to go up in value this year because it seems like it's cool to ICP again. Yeah?
Oh, I am still. I was just got a message about the cops asking us about the ICP. No, I'm just kidding. I think that they've been cool in Tucson for a long time. They seem to have a huge following here, to be honest. So we've always done well selling ICP, Juggalo, Slipknot, etc.
Yeah.
I do see a huge resurgence as far as it not being a joke and people taking it a little bit more serious. And back to, again, that new rock, right? New rock is cool again.
New metal,
rap, new metal. Sorry, new metal, new rap, that new metal mixed with rap era. And I just never saw a huge drop-off because it's Tucson, and I think Tucson had a big Juggalo base. I mean, we're right by the Ronstadt Center, okay? We get a lot of Juggalos regardless.
Whoop, for sure. Let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We got viral videos and more to share. We got music on the way for Nirvana and Giovanni and the Hired Gun, so you can keep it here on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Or whatever. Yeah, it's so many words. Word salad. All right, let me get ready for our next viral video that I'm going to share. And when we come back, also, we're going to be asking this question. I want you to think about this in the meantime while we play F My Life. At the end of your life, right, what stats about your life would you like to see? Don't answer it now. Think about it. We're going to talk about that when we return. I got some good answers from this as well.
Wow.
But earlier this morning, we did F My Life with Slobby Robby. In case you missed it, it went a little something like this. Check it out.
Certainty.
Incubus was driving Rock 102.1 KFMA. Real quick, I want to reintroduce our friend back to the show. He is the owner of Generation Cool, a host of Slobby's World that you could, I think, can you still see that on Netflix? Or no?
Not on Netflix.
Get that microphone close to you. It's Slobby Robby, everybody. What's up, Slobby?
Good morning.
Oh, so where can you see Slobby's World on demand now?
Starting January 31st on our YouTube, Generation Cool TV, it will be debuting, and we'll be having top 10 lists and outtakes and deleted scenes, as well as episode content and commentary, plus a bunch of new Generation Cool content.
That's awesome. So does that mean you own it outright now and you can monetize it and all that good stuff?
Finally,
right? It's been years.
Well, they got contracts about these things. I'm not so good with that.
And it's all good. All right, well, we have a lot of catching up to do with Slobby Robby, who is celebrating the 11th anniversary for Generation Cool. But before we get into all of that and give away tickets for AWOLNATION, let's do your F My Lifes.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call at 600-KFMA, 605-362. If Valdez, Slobby, and I agree your life is F'd, we'll hook you up with a $20 gift certificate to Catalina Craft Pizza on Oracle north of McGee, home of some of the best happy hour in all of the old Pueblo. You guys ready?
Yes.
Born ready.
Oh, yeah.
First email sent to me by Brooke. Brooke said, this weekend while hiking with my boyfriend, my boyfriend decided that we should take the Beeline Trail down the mountain to save time. When we got to the bottom of the mountain, we discovered we were on the wrong side. We had to hike an extra 8 miles to go around the mountain to get back to our car. Jesus. Yeah, F My Life. What do you say, Slobby?
F My Life, only because you're so tired already at the end of the hike, and you're talking about survival right now. There's wildebeests and such out there.
Yeah, you're in areas that people don't necessarily go to. Now, I know that I've seen posts of you like hiking Sabino Canyon and everything.
Yep.
Of course, that was at the beginning of your relationship. Have you hiked in the last year?
Oh, you mean when we were still skinny? I love hiking around Tucson. I love Sabino Canyon very much. I've hiked all the way out to Romero Pools, which is a very difficult hike, a little more remote. Yeah. And I have seen couples lost at Romero Pools who were lost from Sabino Canyon, which is the other side of the mountain.
Yes, the worst.
So I have witnessed this firsthand, and the husband did not look too happy that he was wrong.
Yes, I guarantee you it was the same scenario, same location that Brooke and her boyfriend did. What do you say, Valdez?
I'm a big baby. Brooke's the one who wanted to go hiking. Hike.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's always the man, though, being like, we got to go this way, you know?
Wrong way.
Yeah, and I would never admit I was wrong either, but definitely an F my life. But at least you guys burned some extra calories. All right, next email sent to me by Jeremy. Jeremy said, today we discovered that our wedding license from 7 years ago is a complete fake.
Oh.
I don't get it. We were married in a church by a priest. We got all of our paperwork filed with the city council, but our certificate is apparently a fake someone made on a computer, and they got the date wrong. Huh.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So everything about this is wrong. But is that an F my life for Jeremy?
I don't know. I think Jeremy's just seeking attention.
All right, what do you say, Slobby?
Oh, that's big baby activity, bro. I've been faking documents for 20 years. How do you think I was eating at sushi restaurants during COVID?
Yeah. You had some kind of document saying it was okay?
You know?
All right.
You know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I would say this, Jeremy. I mean, if you guys aren't legally married, this is a excellent time for both of you to reassess where you want to go in the next 7 years.
Bachelor party.
I think I heard that from a stand-up comedian, right? Where, there should be like every certain amount of years that you sit down and you reassess if you want to renew the marriage license. Yeah, which I think is pretty smart.
That would be awesome. Like an eval at your job.
Right.
They just sit there and be like, oh.
Yeah.
A performance review, if you will.
yeah. It's like, you've been getting lazy, so we're going to have to go our separate ways. All right, let's see. Just a couple more left. Stephanie sent me this email, beefvegan@kfma.com, said, on Friday it was my birthday, and 3 people wished me happy birthday. Google, my insurance company, and the place I leased my car from.
Oh.
Wow.
F my life. What do you say, Slobby?
You know, F my life because I'm a big self-centered sort of birthday guy. I'm expecting hundreds of texts on a day like that.
From randos.
Yeah,
people don't know.
for me, bro, you're talking to a prima donna, bro. You know, I'd be getting, I want the world on my birthday.
I noticed it was your birthday this past year when it was your birthday, but I didn't reach out and say happy birthday because I'm like, I'm sure he's got enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't want to add to it.
Our male radio platonic relationship is just fine.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Valdez, is that enough my life?
That is an effort. Happy birthday, Stephanie.
Yes, absolutely. All right, final F my life of the day sent to me by Suzette. She said, one time I was taking an order from a patron at the casino that I worked at. The policy is to pay first. After explaining this to him, he still refused to pay. After years of being polite, I finally cracked and said, you are making this really effing difficult. This particular patron was our CEO's son.
Of course.
Yes. F my life for Suzette. What do you say, Slobby?
Oh, I say F my life. I'm the king of running my mouth and somebody overhearing me or saying the wrong thing to the wrong person. So I am with her on that, and this is why I never was able to keep a job.
Yeah. Rock on
That's why you
2.1
start your own business.
KFMA. Welcome back, Beef Vegan Presents. Real quick, I just wanted to mention this. Yesterday I talked about some of the cool gadgets that they were revealing in the CES the convention that they have each and every year. This year it's in Las Vegas, talking about technology that's going to be introduced here in the next year or two, okay? Sony revealed that they have basically taking their gaming system to the next level because in 2025, it looks like we are going to be able to play video games where we could smell the video games. You could smell scents from games. And is this, you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? And if you think it's a good idea, then what video game are you most excited to play so you could smell?
GTA.
See, I'm saying no on that. So you get
A lot of gunpowder, my dude.
a lot of gunpowder, a lot of backseat action, right? And then you're like, I don't know, I don't want to smell that.
Wow.
Yeah, right. I mean, because they're doing it. So they at this convention, at the show, they actually played The Last of Us, a video game, right? Which of course is a zombie apocalypse game.
That would probably be smelly.
Yeah. Well, exactly. How would that smell? You're talking zombies and stuff. I'm imagining like tons of like fart spray. This is dead, rotting corpses that you're playing. You're shooting zombies. You want to smell a zombie?
Not at all. No, sir. That's an easy answer. I smell them every day. I work on 4th Avenue.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just saying, dude. I don't want more.
No, absolutely. So what video game would you love to smell? You can give us a call, 600-KFMA, 600-5362. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. When we return, we're asking you this question. At the end of your life, what stats would you like to see? All right, so there we go. So I was playing the ramp while we did that too, and that's why we ended on that. I trip on some words, but sometimes. Whatever.
What happened? Did we mess up? I didn't notice.
I would like to see how many times I said the F word in my life.
No, I said Badussy.
Badussy?
Yeah.
Badussy is something that you say? That's a word?
Can we say this right now? Can I say what
we're
it
on
means?
the podcast.
Booty, dick, and pussy together. That's a Bernie Mac.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you go,
yeah.
It smells like booty, dick, and pussy in here. Badussy.
That's what the backseat.
Yeah, that's what they say when it
Auto.
smells. When the house smells like sex or like sweat and sex.
Badussy.
Like,
Yeah.
Badussy.
Yeah, Badussy. So that's what Grand Theft Auto would smell like inside your car,
No. I'm good on that.
Right. I'm in so many video games that you play. Like I play like Red Dead Redemption still, kind of, right?
Great game.
Yes,
All
right?
time great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool.
It'd be cool, but it also smell a lot of horse shit.
What if, but that's cool, you know?
Yeah.
Hay and horse shit and dust and desert and creosote. I mean, it could be cool.
That's true. Well, when it rains, that would
what
be
I'm
nice.
saying.
I mean, honestly,
Let's
that got me
focus on
through
the
COVID.
good smells here, buddy.
Okay, all right.
And Fallout, what would the radiation smell like? That would be interesting.
I think you find out every time you use your phone, my dude.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna find out real soon what that smells like.
That's why I don't have children.
That's right. On the stream, let me know what game do you think you would smell, or would like to smell. And see, Lindsay said, human rotting flesh is the absolute worst smell. Anyone that's come across a dead body knows that for a fact. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, guys.
Yeah, sorry, I know.
You're like, oh, yeah. I'm all of a sudden, I'm that guy who hasn't found a dead body. Sorry, stand by me.
Those were my least favorite calls. Dispatch is like, can you do a welfare check? I'm like, it's June in Tucson. Yeah, they haven't seen their neighbor in 5 days.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Key sign. As soon as you walk up and the window's covered with flies, you're like, oh, yeah, there's a DOA in there.
Oh, no.
Brutal.
Here, see, I'm cleansing our palate with this picture of a spider monkey in a onesie.
Please.
Okay, so I just want to show you something adorable real quick, just because I don't want that image in my head. But this actually, a guy got pulled over in California. He was selling drugs, and one of his little little knickknacks was to have a spider monkey. That's as a drug dealer, you have exotic animals. You're not a real drug dealer if you don't have any exotic animals.
Correct.
So this is a baby spider monkey that he put in a onesie. They confiscated the shit out of that monkey. Loved. I'm sure it was like a big hit at the precinct.
I would have blamed the monkey. I'm like, he's the one dealing, not me.
Yeah.
It was him,
Yeah,
bro.
technically,
What's his name? Lil Pablo Escobar. Obviously, it's him. It's his coke.
the life of Pablo.
He's a
What's
rescue from South America.
All right, so we're going to talk these stats. So this question originated on Reddit, and there was some answers on there where I'm like, yeah, absolutely. While we were talking earlier about it, we talked about Cornish hens. I was like, I would like to see how many chicken wings I ate in my entire life. And, I'll do a quick math with my ChatGPT. Like, it's safe to say I eat a dozen chicken wings a week. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to come up with this. If I eat a dozen.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Let's
I know.
chat.
Yeah, we're going to get on the air here, too. Chicken wings a week for 40 years.
Here we go.
I was eating chicken wings at a young age. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on a podcast broadcast. Slobby Robby's in studio ahead of his 11th year anniversary of Generation Cool on 4th Avenue. Valdez is hanging out as well. Now, I'm asking this question that I saw on Reddit. Is at the end of your life, if you could see the total stats, like when you play video games, right? If you see the stats of totals, what you've done in your entire life, what kind of stats would you want to see? What are those stats that you want to accomplish? And again, let's say, if you lived to 80 years old, right? God,
I hope not.
And looking back, what are these stats? So what's something that you would like to see as far as the stat is concerned of your entire life at the end of it? Slobby?
Whoa. Well, I was going to say how many girls I made out with, but I think I already have that kind of, just in a lexicon. I can pull that up at a moment's notice if I'm having trouble sleeping, whatever. I will say this. I would love to know how many pairs of sneakers I've owned. Right? Throughout the years,
that's
over
a
my
good
entire
one.
life. How many pairs of sneakers going back to kindergarten?
Yes.
But after the saddle shoes, once I got into actual sneakers, how many pairs have I owned?
Yeah, and you owned a shoe store
Oh,
inside the mall, too.
I've owned many sneaker stores, numerous.
Yeah.
And at one point, I had over 1,000 pairs of sneakers in my life.
Wow.
At one point, just at that particular time.
If you would guesstimate, what would you think that number would be then?
Well, if I had 1,000 then, maybe, maybe 100 before that, 400 since, 1,600.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Wow.
just,
That's a lot of shoes, man.
I'm a good estimator. I'm a good guesstimator.
Even when you had
How I
your
do my
shoes,
taxes.
even when you had your shoe stores, how many shoes did you have in your inventory? Not that much, right?
400 at a time,
Right. Yeah. So that's three different stores. All of what you've
Sure.
done
I think
in
that's
your
accurate.
lifetime so far. All right. What about you, Valdez? What's a stat you would want to see at the end of your life?
There's 3 of them. How many times I said the F word in my existence?
Okay.
How many flour tortillas I've eaten my entire existence?
Yes.
And how many gallons of beer I have consumed in my existence?
That's a good one too,
Strange
right?
brew vibes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, how hard did I party throughout this and accumulate that? You got to collect it all. So say you spent probably like 230,000 hours sleeping, 90,000 hours working, 32,000 hours eating and drinking, and 1,000 hours trying to untangle knots. These are some just random stats that people might accumulate in a lifetime if they live to be 80 years old. Here's some of the best questions I came across. How many times I almost died without realizing it? Right? In those situations, those close calls,
Half
you don't
a
even know.
dozen.
Yeah. If you look back, if you have somebody kind of watching your life and be like, that was a close call, and this dummy doesn't even know. He was just drunk, walked across the railroad tracks, didn't realize a train was about to hit him. We'll say how many times I'd made someone feel good about themselves without knowing it. No, that's good.
Sure.
Yeah, I thought about this when I was asking this
I like
question
that one.
to myself and then I end up seeing the question after the fact. How many times I made someone laugh? A lot of people find joy, right?
That's a goal, bro.
Yeah.
That's a life goal, please.
Absolutely, right? Let's see. The number of people who were attracted to me while I had no idea.
Oh, I don't want to know that.
Why? Are you afraid to be like
keeps
too
me
low?
up at night right now. I don't want to add to that anxiety.
You look back like, I lived a long life, but I was pretty famous for a minute. Let's see that number.
I'll tell you right
You're like
now,
7.
I kissed Britney Spears on the lips in 1999.
You did?
I sure did. At Mardi Gras, 1999. What's good? Lil Wayne was there too.
Are you okay? And what's the scenario like?
How the music's getting quieter.
Yeah. Like, how did this happen? Are you sure it was Britney Spears? And
not Jamie Lynn.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of girls in
Ms.
Louisiana that look like Britney Spears. Have the Britney Spears eyes where you're kind of like borderline.
Yeah, could have been AI.
Yeah.
Could have been a hologram.
Okay, so what was the scenario? You're out in 1999.
My first time going to Mardi Gras, my buddies and I planned it. Little 20-hour drive down I-10.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? Before phones, before maps.
Yeah.
I-10 straight to New Orleans. Let's go, right?
Yeah.
So we're planning the days leading up. Hit Me Baby One More Time was still on MTV on there.
Right.
And so my friend's dad, who's hosting us, announced that Britney Spears was going to be the grand marshal for one of the parades. And I told my friends, I'm going to make out with her. Make out with her, like whatever, And sure enough, we go, and I believe it was the Bacchus Parade in the Metairie, if I'm being accurate. And so afterward, there was some kind of a block party. And I'm pretty good at getting into things, even back then.
Yeah, you got
so
to get the gab.
I managed to get in. There was a spread, again, I didn't want to overeat in front of, the pop star, but I managed to grab a couple rolls, and she's at the spread. She's got one of her guys, I'm assuming in security.
Yeah.
And so I made a little small talk. She politely exited her way out of the conversation, which you can always tell when someone, all right, well, have a good day, y'all, And I said, okay, nice to meet you. And I went in for the hug, and I felt the homies looking, I felt the homies looking across the
Because you talked a
Metairie.
big game before that, too. Like, I'm going to make out with this girl.
Talk a big game, bro.
Yeah, of course.
It's manifestation, but I was just a big mouth, and I didn't know what that was yet.
Yeah, you're like,
so
uh-oh.
So sure enough, I go for the sort of like side lip kiss, the awkward end of date, and she's cool and nice, very sweet, by the way.
Yeah. She was a minor at the time.
No, she was not,
Okay.
sir. I was 19, and so was she.
Yeah, it was
okay?
1999. Okay, the math checks out.
19,
Sorry,
and
she was.
the math is mathing.
Yes.
And it always does.
Yes.
Relax. And so then, and again, she could have been older than me at the time, bruh.
Okay.
All
She's,
right, so
she's
anyways,
a MILF. Let's
I
say. She's a
did
cougar.
feel my arm being pulled backward by the gentleman who was employed by her,
Yeah.
and I was no longer welcome at the lunch. And it wasn't that I did anything necessarily nefarious as much as they realized, why is this guy in here?
Yeah.
And why is he eating our rolls?
Why is he eating our rolls?
And
Yeah,
touching
then-
our VIP.
Yeah.
So that is a 100% true story.
So you kissed her on the side of the mouth?
Yes, and
Okay.
I also one time
Still counts.
Also, yeah, it still counts.
Yeah.
We kiss each other on the lips. I mean, I'm just saying it felt like one of those awkward, real quick, but I don't think she was stressed. I think everything was cool.
Yeah.
I will tell you this,
Okay.
just to make myself look less creepy on the radio, please.
Yes, please.
About 5 years back, I went to an MCM party in Beverly Hills. I was on the red carpet with Paris Hilton, and Paris Hilton said, "Your glasses are so hot."
Yeah.
And my girlfriend pushed me towards Paris Hilton after she said that, and was like, "Go, do it."
Do the kiss.
Let's go, yeah.
Yeah.
Do that kiss thing that you're so big on. you
Did
big idiot.
Did you press
No, I'm
left with
just
Paris
saying
Hilton?
Paris Hilton called me hot and I kissed Britney Spears. Okay, dude, can we just sew up the stories
These
like
are
that?
still wins. These are still wins.
Can we just chalk these two things up and move on?
Huge dubs for Slobby Robby. All right, we're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. YouTube.com/beefvegan. More after music from the Red Hot Chili Peppers on Rock 102.1. That's great.
Oh, I hope I don't get canceled.
No, you're good, dude.
That was
Yeah,
legit.
just like
I don't
yeah.
think it was. Yeah, I don't think it was nefarious. I think she was being nice. She was down. It was natural.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna push it any farther.
And it
I feel
wasn't
like I won.
tongue.
My homies are like, yo, you're crazy, and they're like, yo, bro, the cops are gonna, let's get out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Because I had no business. They weren't in the party. They were outside of the blockade. I got in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
lingering, 19,
Yes.
sweating like a pig, no beard,
Yeah.
big old sideburns.
As a fat guy, I gotta ask, what was the food at the function?
Oh,
Well,
the
yeah, these
function,
rolls.
fried chicken,
What?
biscuits and rolls, and sort of a KFC-ish spread.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you
It was
didn't even
fire.
get to eat when they escorted you out?
I got the rolls. I got my roll
That's
on.
the first thing he did. He went straight.
I
He
went
beeline
straight
to
for
the
the
food.
rolls.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
is not inaccurate.
Yeah.
Oh, were they little fluffy yeast rolls?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
They used to call me Fluffy Yeast back then. that was my rap name. I did
DJ
see Lil
Fluffy
Wayne.
Yeast.
I saw Lil Wayne that year driving a tank down as
A
part
straight
of,
up tank?
Yeah, he was part of the Zulu parade, which is like the really cool, like urban, sort of in the downtown New Orleans, and it's like what the rap culture and the hip hop culture
yeah.
goes Zulu. So Lil Wayne was in Zulu parade cruising in a tank.
That's great, actually.
Right? Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Not only does the aesthetics look really good, but if like shit pops off, then you
Oh, yeah, he
want
was
to be
good,
inside
yeah.
a tank. Yeah, you're gonna be good.
Yeah,
yeah.
Wheezy.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, what is he in DX?
Yeah,
rolling
we-
in a tank.
Wheezy's here and now he's gone. He just has to dip down and he's popping out of that little shell.
Yeah.
Waving his arms with all the various colored bandanas. You know what I mean? Back when you had a band, I remember going to New Orleans back then. Everyone had a bandana on their arm, their leg, their head. Forest green with white. I know they were repping pretty hard down
Yeah,
there.
those are the colors down there.
New
in
Orleans.
Fifth Ward.
New Orleans is an amazing place.
Yeah.
Best food in the country.
I want to go someday.
Best
Yeah.
cuisine, great people, amazing party and culture. And I'm not even talking about the French Quarter. Just an amazing
Yeah.
place.
Well, just all the jazz, all the music. I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's in the soil, the
Yes,
art and creativity.
The art is
and-
in the air, and
Yeah.
I'm not in a corny way.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, a couple more, and then add your question or what stats you would like to see in the comments as well, as far as your life is concerned. A couple more honorable mentions, the comments that I saw that kind of made me chuckle, but also curious about like total pounds pooped. Along
I'm
with
very curious about that.
yeah, along with the biggest one I've ever done. That's what the person wrote, but I know the biggest one I've ever done. So, but total pounds would be something that'd be interesting to know. If you're like, wow, man, 3,000 pounds that I've recycled through. And I would think that's kind of, you know what? That's another question I'll ask the old ChatGPT. Speaking back on the chicken wings. Oh, how many chicken wings have I eaten so far?
That's what we want to know.
Yeah, so say I've eaten a dozen wings, and this is a conservative estimate, okay? For every week, just once a week, a dozen wings of every week for 40 years. Well, that would add up to 24,960 chicken wings in 40 years.
And that directly correlates to your biggest dump.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, yeah. Well, my
So
biggest
we're
dump,
getting into real science here.
my biggest dump was when I was 12. It was traumatic, but
Oh, no. You had a Taco Bell reach around? A Taco Bell hang around?
For sure. No. Oh, if I had to, how many chickens is that? Is over 12,000 chickens. Obviously, just cut it in half.
Might as well start a farm.
Yeah, I know. So, so what were some other ones here that kind of made me laugh? How many times I used each letter of the alphabet? So that's
right
under its stat.
Not a lot of Q's until you said Quebec.
Yeah. That's true.
My girlfriend's from Montreal, so it was easy for me to save you on that.
I said, yeah, thanks. Well, I mean, that's what I have you on here for, to help with
grammar.
the corrections and stuff.
Yeah, grammar.
Yeah. Sometimes,
My only good, cool subject besides art.
Well, sometimes the caffeine, I get a little too high on the caffeine, and my tongue gets ahead of my brain.
Yes.
My brain's 2 steps behind my tongue.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, in many scenarios.
Yeah. Let's see. Lindsay said everyone has about 2 to 5 pounds of poo, but you're talking per? Yeah, I would say per.
Fair.
But yeah, I'll ask that on that. Real quick, I want to show a viral video. Or this picture. You seen this? This went viral this week, where it seems like the world discovered that there's a town in Alaska where everybody lives in this building. That's the building that they're seeing. So it's in Whittier, Alaska.
The whole town.
The whole town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a town population of 263 people. It's located about 60 miles from Anchorage. And everyone lives in this single building, the high rise. Also houses a post office, a corner store, a laundromat, a church, a tunnel school, because it's Alaska, right? And an indoor playground. And it's locked between mountains and water, and the only way in or out is a tunnel that shuts down at 10:30 p.m.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's a terrible place to try to get laid, right?
Depends. Winters get cold, my friend.
That's true. And then the viral video. Did you see the Hooters girl that got pulled over for the DUI arrest?
No, but
okay. You want to fall in love real quick?
Oh,
this is in Florida.
Let's follow up with that.
Yeah, we looked up her Instagram page. She has about 13,000 followers, but it's growing. Yes, and she is adorable. But the thing is, on this, what made this video so funny is the cop just goes from like professional to non-professional because he's falling in love, but he has the body cam on.
He got Riz.
Yeah, so if he didn't have the body cam on, for a fact he would have took her to the backseat of the car, did his deed, got her numbers, then escorted her home safely.
Whoa.
Because
perks of the job.
Absolutely. It is definitely a perk, and you were a cop, so or something like that. Listen to this, okay? So this is the guy. Here. This is the girl in question. Got pulled over. You're going to hear some audio here in just a second.
Yeah, let's get that.
Yeah.
So
Because
far,
she
so
sounds adorable as well. Her name also is Sophie Ross. She's 22 years old, and she works at Hooters. She's also in the Hooters calendar. Let me scrub ahead so you could hear.
Then you went to Hooters, and then
I went to Hooters, and then I went to Gulfgate.
Do you work at the Hooters down in Gulfgate?
I do.
Okay.
Caught me, red flag.
You what?
Red flag, caught me.
Okay. Well, what's your first name?
Sophia.
Sophia. My name is Nick.
Nick.
You hear that?
And I'm going to be honest.
Nick Aspie.
It seems like
He said Nick Kispy.
I think she
under
did?
the influence of something.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but see, and that was, that's just the beginning. What's your name? Sophie. My name is Nick. No, bitch,
no.
it's Officer Nick at the very least, right?
Right,
Or Officer, whatever your last name is, or your
Yeah,
badge.
no,
I
Yeah.
never got Nick.
Yeah,
Nobody gives their first name.
He got pulled
Yeah.
over. License registration, sir. My name is Bob. Good to meet you.
I've always been Valdez.
I
It's
was about
never
to say,
been like, oh,
they
yeah.
call you Valdez for a reason, homeboy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll share some more of that here in just a second. Let's get on the air. Let's talk about the party that you're throwing at Generation Cool here.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're just revisiting the viral video of the week, which is that Hooters waitress, Sophie, who got pulled over by Officer Nick. Nick was thinking with his Nick and almost let her go, but remembered while he was interacting with her that he had a body cam on, filming the entire thing. And he just cursed, and he's like, goddamn body cam. He's so mad. And it went super viral. Sophie, we found her on Instagram. She's a stunner, and she's also in the Hooters calendar. She did not lose her job. If anything, she probably got a promotion from it.
Shirt.
Yeah, so there's a couple more clips from that video that I'll share in the podcast broadcast. But we have had Slobby Robby hanging out with us all morning long because he is celebrating his 11th anniversary. Big things happening at Generation Cool on 4th Avenue.
Yes, sir.
And, not only that, online you're doing a bunch of stuff, but give people a rundown as when they can stop by this Saturday and celebrate with you.
Yeah, tomorrow, right, from 12 to 6. We'll be there all day, and we're going to have an $11 rack of a bunch of shirts that could be $30, $40, $50 shirts. We're going to have $11 off any item, $15 or more. We're going to have all kinds of promos and free stuff. For the first 50 people who spend $11, you're going to get a special free gift. And then we are live streaming, as you mentioned, on Whatnot from the shop all day from 3 to 6, and we have 2 DJs.
Yeah, some music going. It's basically going to be just like a house party happening at a Generation Cool while they're operating all day on Saturday, celebrating their 11th anniversary. And on top of that, you got big news because your YouTube channel is about to jump off, right?
Yes, January 31st, which is a Friday, we're going to drop Generation Cool TV YouTube channel. Lots of new content and lots of old, like, Slobby's World stuff as well.
Yeah, now I remember when Slobby's World came out, and this is when I first reached out to you because I ended up binging the entire thing. Now, I watched it when it went on Netflix. It was under my radar when it was on Complex, but it was originally on Complex. Then Netflix bought it and aired, Generation or Slobby's World on there. It was fantastic binge TV, and it's in the likes of Pawn Stars, but with the vintage idea and style to it that you specialize in. And then now you're shooting new content and everything, so you're going to be doing like bits, sketches, and reality type stuff.
As far as sketches and funny stuff goes, check us out on TikTok and Instagram for that stuff.
Yeah.
And then on YouTube, a little more informative stuff, similar to the show, where I'm doing toy reviews, unboxing, reviews of clothes, opinion pieces about vintage.
Yeah.
And a bunch of highlights of Slobby's World, top 10s, behind the scenes Slobby's World. So harkening back to some of that fun stuff from before, but a bunch of new informative content as well.
Awesome, yeah. So the page is jumping off. So, that's a great thing about YouTube, too. That's just a channel in its own right. And then now you have that catalog. So you own all Slobby's World content now, right? Will that be the case?
I hope so.
Yeah, because you're going to air it. And you're uploading the entire season on YouTube on January 31st?
Not necessarily. It's going to be a surprise, but I can tell you there will be some Slobby's World content on there.
Okay, good. All right, nice. I love it. You're doing big things, so I'm looking for a big year for you at Slobby and Generation Cool. So this Saturday, the 11th anniversary of Generation Cool, happening from 12 to 6. So if you're in the area, you got to stop by. And stop by early so you get one of those free goodies. We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We'll wrap things up with the beef tip right after these words. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Nice. All right, so got that in there, and then... all right, so let's get back to Officer Nick real quick because this is funny. So she tries to make out with him right here.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and study this one.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
I'm wearing contacts right now.
No, I'm wearing glasses.
No, I am wearing contacts. Wait, you see this? I am wearing contacts.
Sophia,
Did you see this?
can you put your shirt on?
I am wearing contacts.
Can you put your shirt on?
I am wearing contacts. I swear to God, I'm wearing contacts.
Yeah.
I want you to think for like 2 seconds.
I am wearing contacts.
Sophia.
You might have glasses, but I am wearing contacts.
Hey, Sophia.
I swear to God, I'm wearing
Like
contacts.
2 seconds.
Why are you such a nerd, bro?
In all seriousness,
No, don't be such a nerd, bro.
She has done so, man.
in all seriousness, everything that we do
Don't be such a nerd,
is on
bro.
body cam, and that body cam is public record.
Nerd.
It's for anybody to
I am a
see.
nerd. I am a nerd.
But
I am a nerd. Show it to the body cam. I am a nerd.
anything we do is
I am a nerd, bro.
Hold on.
I like her.
Anything we do,
Everybody
is
likes her.
recorded, and anybody can see that. Mom, dad, grandma, family. I just
You
want to
think I give a?
I just wanted to let you know.
Fair
You
point.
think I give a?
He basically saying, this
Hey.
is why I'm not banging you right this second.
Sure, or just
Nerd, bro.
yes.
Nerd, bro.
Nerd.
This is going on a long time. Now, again, she is wasted. They caught her in the middle of the road, behind the wheel. In any scenario, if it was any one of us, we would have already been tased within the first, like, minute.
Literally.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Lifting our shirts up.
I actually want to stand back here.
I'm wearing
My
contacts.
That's a crime.
Actually, my arms around me
See?
like this.
Okay.
Just raising him.
Look how gentle he's being. And then his partner's like, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta arrest your girlfriend right now.
Yeah,
we'll
like,
go gentle.
The partner.
Look how loose these handcuffs are. You ever been handcuffed? You know how fucking tight they put those handcuffs? You have marks on your wrist for weeks.
And that's a garbage way of handcuffing somebody. He's like not even doing it right.
Yeah, she could slip her hands out for
Really?
sure.
You hold the thumbs and then you snap them on.
Right.
Yes, you know they're being so gentle for the little pretty Sophie. And then she moans.
That little noise.
The handcuffs.
Oh.
I know.
Come on. It's so cold. Bro, it's so cold.
Here, let me loosen these up for you, baby.
Oh, God, it's so
Let me get my little pen.
fuck.
Hold on, stop moving around so much.
It's so cold.
Hold on, lean forward.
There's an iguana season down there.
All right.
Really? 3 officers for
Yes.
one Hooters chick,
Hey,
really?
wait, one more pic. One more pic. Wait, no, take one more picture.
I'm taking pictures the whole time.
No, take one more picture.
Come on.
Take
She
one more
wants to put it on her
picture.
gram.
Cute one, yeah.
Take one more pic.
I took it. There you go.
No, you didn't.
I did. The body cam took it.
Again, so this is, and there's no word on Officer Nick as far as like if he got in trouble for this. I mean, obviously he still did his job, and good for him. Here's Sophie, and on the cover of the 2025 Hooters calendar. It's an excellent promotion here for Hooters. It is it not?
I think that this whole thing was great marketing.
It's such great marketing,
Uh-huh.
right? And so they probably bailed her out. They're probably giving her a raise, because this is like it made Hooters calendar relevant again because this has gone viral. It's because of young Sophie here, and it's fantastic. We're wrapping things up here on the FM side. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. So what do you think? Did you fall in love with Sophie there, Slobby Robby?
Well, no, but I do love a good internet personality. I love someone we can get behind who's funny, who's not hurting people. And
Well, she was
seems
driving
like
intoxicated. So.
I can I can forgive that beef. I can fix her. I
Yeah.
can fix her.
I know. We all can. Officer Nick has already called dibs to fix her, though.
Well, let's see who wins in an arm wrestling match.
In 90s trivia.
Right.
Yeah, 90s trivia. Me versus Officer Nick for Sophie.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for listening. And again, thanks Valdez, Weirdo, Rico, Amari, Herb Stratford, Emil, everyone who came in, popped in on the show today. Of course, our guest, Slobby Robby, who's celebrating his 11th anniversary of Generation Cool on 4th Avenue. So make sure you stop by, say hi to Slobby, and let him know that you heard him on the show. Slobby, always a pleasure. We'll get you
Thank
back
you.
on when you launch that YouTube channel.
Yes,
watch
please.
some content together and have a good time. For the rest of you guys, hope you have a great weekend. Always drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later. Unclear. All right, we're done, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you here soon.
Ever since you started talking about